Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another SLG Meetup. Now, I'm very excited because today we're going to have a very special guest. Her name is Vanessa Villela, and you probably have seen her, if not on social media, on some of her appearances at very famous TV series. She's an actress from Mexico, now based in LA, that has been turning into a superstar agent in real estate and has been having appearances in Selling Sunsets and so on. She also owns her own lifestyle brand, which is The Wave of Love, and is gonna tell us all about how she has developed her own personal brand to become such a successful and inspirational entrepreneur. So let's bring her on board.
Hello, hi.
Hi, how are you, Vanessa? ¿Cómo estás?
Bien, gracias. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here with your incredible audience.
No.
And in your show, which is amazing. I've been following you for a while. Super excited to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. You're very kind. And the pleasure is ours because I got to tell you, what you've been doing throughout your entire career is so incredible. I mean, born in Mexico, you were then coming to LA, become this famous actress, and then turn all of that into real estate and becoming a very successful real estate agent, which is not easy in such a competitive industry. So tell us, for those that don't know who you are, a little bit about your background story.
Oh, I love that you're asking me that because, yeah, a lot of people don't know this. So, well, I was born and raised in Mexico City. I started my acting career when I was 4 years old in Mexico. It was obviously super incredible and random story how I started, but obviously I loved it since the first moment I stepped into a studio and I started filming. It was like, this is my destiny. This is what I want to do. And I continued acting for many years. And then I started doing soap operas around 10, 11 years old. And that was all in Mexico City. And then I decided to move to the United States 18 years ago. And I started working with Telemundo at that time. And we were doing incredible TV shows that were, you know, it was like a dream come true because it was not only my audience from Mexico. Now these soap operas were being seen in 250 countries. And it was just like people messaging me on Twitter, you know, when Twitter started, and like from Italy and Portugal and Spain. And I was like, what? This is awesome. Like, this is amazing. So that was incredible. And then I continued, started acting in Miami. Around 9 years ago, I decided to move to LA because I was like, okay, as an actress, I think I achieved a lot in the Latin market, and I would still want to build my Latin audience in a, you know, in a good name, and I want to continue pursuing my dreams. And obviously, one of them was to do the crossover. So I came to LA and I started doing auditions, and I was still under contract with Telemundo, and I was doing some other shows, which was an incredible show, El Señor de los Cielos, Emiliana, yeah. Super powerful girl. And then I, you know, did you ever see El Señor de los Cielos?
Yes, of course. That's why I'm familiar with the series.
Okay, so that was, I think, one of the, you know, most fun shows that I've done because it was like a, you know, yeah, with, you know, with guns and all these things. It was so much fun and so much preparation behind it. The production was incredible. But I knew that I still wanted to do something more. So long story short, I came to LA and it was not, you know, it was obviously audition and it was like pretty much starting from scratch. So my sister that at that time was a real estate agent. She told me it's going to be hard to speak to her about her today because it's her birthday and she's no longer with me. So,
I'm so sorry.
I get a little emotional.
Sorry.
So she was a real estate agent and she told me, hey, Vanessa, you should be a real estate agent. I think you're incredible with people. You love helping people. And that's 80% of the job. So maybe on your free time, you can do that. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, sounds awesome. So I kind of like started studying and then, and I went to Mexico. I was filming El Señor de los Cielos. So I brought my 3 books this size and I couldn't really study that much. So fast forward, she passed away unexpectedly, and she had a staging company at that time that we were thinking of doing together here, one in San Diego, which is where she used to live, and one here. So that's when I don't want to make this one sad, I'm sorry. That's when my life changed, and I took staging company. I took over the staging company that she had. I brought it from San Diego to LA, and I was completely like, wow, I need to reinvent my life and reinvent myself and honor my sister with my real estate career. And I'm going to do it. Oh, no, that was not my real estate career yet. So yeah, I was like staging company. So, but it wasn't really working. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know anything. So I went to open houses, and one day I sat in my car. I started speaking to her, and I was like, give me a sign. What should I do? It's not working. I need to do something because this is for you. Please tell me what to do. I went to an open house, and the realtor that received me there was like, I want you to work for me. You're incredible with people. You're going to be very successful. I'm like, I'm not a real estate agent. He's like, well, you should be. I was like, that's my sign. So I started studying, like, like deep into real estate. I got my license. And since then, all the dreams that I had when I started thinking about me being a real estate starting to come true, which was the first one was to work at the agency in Malibu. And I was like, I know I'm new. I have no idea if they're going to, accept me because I'm new, and maybe they won't, but I'm going to try and I'm going to pursue my dream. So I did. I passed my exam. I had a meeting with Sandro, which was amazing. He was awesome. And it was an incredible experience to work there. So that's how I started in real estate. And I am dedicating my real estate career to my sister. And she has brought me a lot of blessings.
Wow, what a story. And look, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for sharing this story. I know it's very difficult to share, but it's also very strong and very deep to hear this. And I'm sure that wherever your sister is right now, she's looking down to you and being so proud of the person that you have become. And to always look forward to getting those dreams and making them a reality, because the path that you've been going through, even though it might have some obstacles, not everybody knows all the obstacles that you've encountered, but you turn them into superpowers. You turn them into something that allow you to turn those obstacles into dreams that became a reality. So congratulations, first of all, for that tenacity. And you have something that a lot of people these days lack, which is a strong why. You know why you're doing what you're doing, and it's so deep, so connected to your soul, to your heart, that it's just making you go through no matter what. So thank you for sharing that, really. Look, I wanted to touch base about how you turned your acting career into real estate, which it's a very competitive industry. Like those that know you from today, they see, oh, Vanessa, she's currently having these amazing listings. She's been doing these open houses that are like $25 million homes. Like, wow, she's great in real estate. But that did not happen overnight. How do you make people that know you from movies and TV shows to start trusting you with real estate?
Well, because I get very involved in, into what their dreams are, like what is the truth of what they're looking for. And if it's an investment, if it's somewhere, if it's a property where they're going to create memories, and instead of just focusing on the qualities of the home, is like more like if it's going to be a view, they're going to be clinking glasses there, or they're going to be running with their kids, and I'm going to make those dreams come true. And that's what really moves me. And I think the trust comes from obviously in the show that I was on, I stayed true to myself and I showed my values. I'm Mexican. I have an incredible, really, strong roots of values and hard worker. I'm a wife. I'm a family woman. I'm a great daughter, and that's my brand. I am my brand.
People sometimes forget that people connect on values. We're in the people's business, and when you are able to showcase your values, that's your DNA, and that's how people connect to a much deeper degree. And that's when the credibility, the trust starts to exist.
Exactly.
And you are showcasing that. Then if you start your lifestyle brand, which you have,
Thank you for recognizing that, by the way.
100%.
That's
really, and I find that so empowering, right? Because you're doing something that is coming from the bottom of your heart, and that people already resonate with because it's born from the values that you represent.
Yes, and working in something with Latinos as well, like like you said, like you mentioned Santiago, it's been incredible to have this listing in Beverly Hills. I just did like a few weeks ago an incredible open house there.
Yes.
$2
Tell us
million
about that. Yes,
worth
tell us about
of
that.
sculptures, and it was crazy. I mean, it was so packed that the LAPD came and shut us down, but they were awesome. They waited until, you know, I had a singer, an opera singer singing at the open house, and they waited until he finished singing, which is my brother, by the
Oh,
way.
oh
He's
wow.
very talented, and they came and were like, okay, everybody out, because
Wow.
it was the streets were like, even though we had, you know, parking and everything, it just like went crazy on how many people we had.
I love that. And listen, this is about becoming a bit different from everyone else. You're taking on whatever you have from your background and bringing it into your homes. And that's how your open houses and the listings that you represent become so successful, because you're giving your little sauce, right? That makes those properties being part of that DNA that you represent. But I gotta ask you, right? Like, what is the biggest thing that you've taken from your acting career into real estate?
I think that I have the ability to feel emotions and feel and connect with people in a different level. I don't know why, if it's because I can read people through their eyes. I don't know if it's because I have I am very open about feelings, and I can sense when someone wants something, even though sometimes they don't even know what they're looking for. I have worked with clients that are like, really, like, they're telling me something, but it's all about connecting with them. And it's all about going the extra mile for them and connecting with them. And I think that's how it is, that I bring my, it's not necessarily my acting skills, because obviously I'm not acting in that moment. But it's like about feeling the emotions, and I'm very sensitive at that. So I know what's the right thing for them, what they're truly looking, without asking too many questions. But I always go deep into what they want. I want to go the extra mile for my clients.
And I think that you mentioned it right there, the empathy, right? Sometimes we live in such a society, especially in the luxury real estate in LA where you are. That's something where the ego just races to the top, and everybody's about, look what I'm doing, look what I've done, this is what I can do for you. And
Right.
sometimes we forget to put ourselves in the shoes of others, to
Right.
really read what they're feeling. And as you said, that's what's going to create that connection.
Yeah, they have
So
to feel
very interesting.
supported and understood, you know, and people don't understand how much work goes into this. But that's it for me. That's the most important thing, to make them feel supported and understood.
Wow. No, I find that all incredible. And I know that, look, you have a very hectic day ahead, and I know it's a special day as well. So I really appreciate your time. I wanted to ask you, because this is something that we ask all of our guests, what is really luxury to you?
Wow. I mean, luxury can mean so many things, but for me, definitely, it's not about the amenities. It's not about the car. It's about the quality of attention that I put into my work and into my clients. That's luxury for me. For me, luxury is how am I going to make you feel, with, you know, how smooth I'm going to make everything for my clients to be like, wow, that was an incredible experience. And of course, this will create long lasting relationships. It's about feeling special. It's about feeling different, not necessarily the high amenities. You know, of course, some people that's what they're looking for. But if they have the extra, you know, that I give, then
Right.
that's
I
incredible.
love that. And if you could talk again to the little Vanessa, that little girl starting to do the auditions and wanting to become this star, is there any advice that you will give her?
Yeah, trust the journey. You know, I never thought that doing real estate will bring me to the crossover that I was looking for. So it's just keep your dreams there, fight for your dreams, but let the universe take care of it. Just believe in yourself. That's what I would say to little Vanessa. You know, for me, the key to success is happiness, because if what you're doing, it makes you happy, then you're definitely going to be successful.
I appreciate you opening up with us. And for those that are watching or listening or that will look at this later on, please follow Vanessa and everything that she's doing, because not only she's an amazing entrepreneur, but she's also a great human being, very empowering and inspiring for all of us. So muchas
Thank
gracias,
you so
Vanessa.
much. Gracias a ti. Gracias a
I
toda la
appreciate
audiencia.
it.
Thank you, everyone. Thank
All
you so
right, bye
much.
bye.